Hello, my name is William Hall. I'm from ImprovGames.com and I suffer from multiple personality syndrome. Recently, I came across a book called 50 Activities to Kickstart Your Meetings. It was an interesting book, but it is not as good as the book I wrote. My book is called The Playbook, Improv Games for Performance. I want you to buy your own copy. It is cheaper, by the way, on Kindle. And my book contains more than 300 different activities. And I also came across a very interesting book recently. It is called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. You probably have heard about it or have a copy of it. Here is a set of activities which require you to think and also think about how you think. Are you ready? I want you to do these activities mentally. Just think how you would go about. Just do it without using paper or pencil. Here is task number 1. How much is 3 times 2? 3 times 2 equals what? Think of the answer, and when you're ready, just yell it out. That was a system 1 thinking task. Here is a corresponding system 2 thinking task. How much is 37 times 21? 37 times 21 equals what? Don't use paper and pencil and just struggle with this task. Ready or not, I just want to tell you this is a system 2 task which is different and it requires a different type of thinking from the system 1 task. Here is another example. A system 1 thinking task. Can you count the numbers from 1 to 10 in sequential order? Correct sequential order. Do it as fast as you can. When you're ready, here we go. Here is a system 2 variation of the same type of task. Can you say the numbers from 1 to 10 in alphabetical order? In alphabetical order, if these numbers are written down in English. Take your time, but don't use paper or pencil or any devices. This is systems 2 task. What are its characteristics and how does it differ from a system 1 thinking task? Here is task number 3. Can you complete this phrase? Fill in the blank. They and blank. Good. Okay, here is a system 2 variation of the same type of task. Can you fill in the 3 blanks using the same common word so the items make a common compound word? Joy, blank. Match, blank. Blank figure. Remember, you're coming up with a single word that can fit into all of these 3 slots. This is the system 2 thinking task. How does it compare to this variation of a system 1 thinking task? One more item. Think of your friends. Hopefully you have more than one friend. Among your friends, who is the tallest person? Think the answer. Don't use paper and pencil. Okay, that was a system 1 task. Here is a system 2 variation. Among your friends, who will make the best the best leader for your team of friends, the best facilitator for your team? This is a system 2 task which is different in its requirements and characteristics from this system 1 thinking variation. Okay, we have done 4 different thinking tasks. I want you to do the 5th task, which is a metacognitive task, which involves thinking about thinking. Think about how we thought through these tasks and figure out what are the characteristics of system 1 thinking. How does it relate to system 2, but system 1 thinking? What are the characteristics? Write them down on a piece of paper. Ignore what you saw on the piece of paper I was holding up. Good. Take your time. But ready or not, here we go. In system 1 thinking, you think fast. You think automatically. This is the type of thinking you do frequently every day. And there is an emotional element involved with this type of thinking. And it is an instinctive, automatic way of thinking. This is system 1 thinking. This is how we thought in the first task in each pair of tasks. Now, think about the other way you taught, the system 2 thinking with the second task. Ask yourself, what are the common attributes, common characteristics of systems 2 thinking? Write it down on the same piece of paper, real or imaginary. And here we go. Here is my list. System 2 thinking. It is slow compared to system 1 thinking. It is mindful, meaning you pay attention to what you're doing. It is an infrequent way of thinking. You don't use this approach to thinking whether you should drink a cup of coffee or not. It is not something you do whenever you think daily. And it is not an emotional, automatic way of thinking. It's a logical way of thinking. It is also a deliberate way of thinking. You decide how to think, what to do next, things of that nature. So Daniel Kahneman's point is we use 2 distinct systems of thinking. And he is into suggesting these systems of thinking are very, very different. In a workshop I teach on critical thinking, I teach people how to deliberately, systematically, logically think in order to achieve criticality in your thinking process. So keep on thinking about your thinking. Stop yourself and ask yourself, what am I thinking? Is it a system 1 thinking or system 2 thinking? What are the advantages? How can I increase my ability to do system 2 thinking? And when should I use system 1 thinking? So keep becoming very self-conscious about the way you think. Thank you for participating in this activity.
What? Okay, thank you, Thiagi. And by the way, that impression you did of me at the beginning, that was spot on. Thiagi is one of my favorite teachers. He's taught me the most about teaching and about learning. And if you haven't met him yet or worked with him yet, I implore you to investigate. Take a look at his videos, search for them, and go to his website, thiagi.com. Sign up for his newsletter. Remarkable man. You got a feel for his style. He's sort of laid back, he's smart, and he's a bit of a trickster. Whereas this activity was not exactly about improvisation directly, it is about thinking. And that's always part of the improv journey. We do these videos publicly and we appreciate your support. So please, you can support this by liking it, sharing it. You can subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notifications of when we put something up. It means a lot to me. You and I are on a quest. Together, we're going to make the world a better place, one playful game at a time.